my name is Carrie, but my friends call me Carrie. Welcome to my gaming den. If you'd like to become one of my cute cats, set the subscription button down below and turn on those to let you know when I upload a new video. Now, if you'd like to help to beat the YouTube algorithm, guys, if you wouldn't. Violence and frenzies. Okay. Anyway, if you'd like to help me defeat the YouTube algorithm, guys, we're going to get, we have a free. Anyway, we're going to get some giant sequoias, we're going to get some giant oak trees, and we're going to get some giant cactus. Now, if you'd like to do it the easy way back, relax ways, so drop a like, a comment, or a share, really help my channel grow, and I appreciate it. We are back at Minecraft, at Strickland, and we are going to be hopefully finishing up the roof today. So that way we can start moving down to the walls. Finish and closing it. And if you like me keeping in the thoughts, I will clear for you, but down below you don't have to go in great detail, that's all we say. If you just want to share something, here's my little kitties. Let's go up here and finish this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows left to do. What was that? What was that? Oh, it's raining. Yay, it's raining! Oh, look at that. Can't have rain coming in. Oh, there's one over here too. Let's go get that. So, how's everybody's day going? Are y'all doing good? Having fun? Enjoying yourselves? Got plans? Oops. Got plans for the day? Okay. This side's already done. I think we're going to work on the copper roofing first. That way we can get that done. And then focus on our mosaic up there on the roof. Also, I'm thinking about I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these and then lay out the ones that I need to lay out, and then lay out the copper. But I'm thinking about making some stained glass windows. I think it would be good to do that. Alright. It had to rain today. There we go. Ooh, what a attitude today, don't ya? Sky's got an attitude today. Anyway, temperatures are supposed to drop this coming next few days. At least for us starting on Sunday. Like get down in the 20s and stuff for the next, almost the next week. So that's going to be a bit of a problem because we're definitely going to have to keep, try and keep our pipes dripping in our well out there. We'll have to put a heater in the well house to keep it warm enough so it doesn't freeze up. Otherwise we end up having to prime it again. So it can be difficult at times. But it's better to be safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Get rid of this. Excuse me. So, let's see. After the walls get done, I'm going to do the second floor. And build some stairs. Then I can start building furniture, things like, you know, like kitchen counters and maybe a stove. You know what I'm saying? That way it can get done. It'll look good. Maybe a little kitchen dinette set. Maybe it'll stop raining by the time I get up there, get this done, and have to do the glass. Because I don't want to have to break the glass and let rain through. End up with puddles on the floor. See. Okay, let's get this done. Yeah, don't want puddles on the floor. Second floor will be like... the first floor will be, the kitchen, living room, dining rooms area. Second floor will be like the bedroom, the bathroom, maybe an office. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be good, you know, to get that done. But yeah, I think a bathroom, an office, and a bedroom upstairs will be good on the second floor. And we might create sort of like a third floor. In the way that we could always make it like a library or an attic storage kind of thing. And we might, we might make it just into an attic like playroom or something. Maybe they got a nursery up there or something. You know what I mean? Who knows? We'll figure it out. Oops. Keep going past it. But we'll get it done. It'll take time, and then once the inside's done, we can work on the outside, like the grass and gardens and trees and stuff like that. Because we can create our own trees, you know, big ones. It won't be easy, but we can do it. Go down. And if we do that, then we should be fine. We can make a pond, you know, maybe a shallow koi pond. Maybe create, instead of throwing fish in there, we can, because this is giant home, so there's going to be giant fish. Maybe build what looks like a koi, I don't know. It's a lot of work to think about on how to do it, because it's not so simple, you know what I'm saying? It may seem like, oh, sure, that's simple just to build. No, it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to figure out the fins, I'm going to have to figure out the shape, the colors, because when you're working with square blocks, yeah, it's a little bit more difficult to deal with, you know what I'm saying? To create shapes when it comes to things like that. So it's not going to be easy for sure, but I think once it's all done and said, it'll be well worth all the work. You just gotta figure it out. Well, I gotta figure it out. Y'all just gotta come along for the ride. I wish my dog would come inside. He's being such a nuisance outside. He's chasing something that's either underground or running around in the yard. You think he'd get tired of it, but no, he doesn't get tired of it. Only went one over that time. Not bad. He's such a nuisance. I tell you, he needs to learn how to behave himself. Almost done. We got 2 more levels after this, then we just gotta put the copper on. And we're using the wax copper. That way it doesn't oxidize and turn green. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That dog. He makes me need coffee. Although I might make me some cocoa since it's getting a bit cold. So I say that as I have the air conditioner on in my room, which is next to this area. Because I have my desk in the living room, which I got more than 3. I got 3 left. I had 4 left to do. And, yeah. Why does that sound like a horse galloping? Like in the cartoons. Okay, that is funny. That is very funny. Okay. Let's see. And yes, I know I can go underneath and get rid of the ones underneath there. Since it's double layered. Not have to worry about it. Okay, last one. Let's get this done. Then we can start throwing down the copper. And once we're done with that, we can try and finish the last 6, what do you call them? Rows of the colored glass. Okay. So, let's get 2 out. Alright. So this be the roof. I had planned on going with all black, but I don't know, I just thought, you know, copper would look nicer, because some people have copper roofs, you know, and metal roofs and stuff like that. The Vikings would cover theirs with dirt and plants and stuff like that, and earth and stuff, around the house and on the roof, and it would help insulate it during the winter time and keep it cooler during the summertime. Which is cool to me, you know, they use nature to its best advantage. And the Inuit would take grass, you know, and use like grass patches. Like, you know how you see people pull up grass patches, like those little squares of grass patches, and they would layer them and stuff with things in between them and create like a natural insulation from the winter weather when it got really cold. Which I think is awesome because, you know, every area, you know, every different cultures dealt with heat and cold in different ways. Like the Pueblos, where they use clay and stuff. To create clay and stone to create a insulated area for it to be warm during the winter, cooler during the summer. You know, they used what nature had for them, and it was smart. You know. A lot of people think that at least the ancient people would sit there and think that like the Aztecs and the Incas were like barbaric and they were unintelligent and stuff like that. And that's what they told people so they could justify, you know, what they did to them. But the truth is, they had running water already, proper sewage. They were astronomers, mathematicians. They were just so much more advanced than people will ever give them credit for. That's why it's important to learn actual history, not whitewashed history, actual history. You know what I'm saying? I say as a white woman. It needs to be said. It needs to be shown the truth, because they try and whitewash it so that way you won't see what evil deeds they actually did. Nothing more than they just wanted the land, they wanted the resources, they wanted the money, the gold, things like that. So they lied about so many things. That's why they often ban books that tell the truth, and they don't want you to learn. They don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to question what you have been told and taught your whole life about these people, because they want you to continue to think that they're inferior to you. If you think they're inferior to you, you'll be okay with whatever happens to them. You know what I'm saying? If you don't think of them as human, which is why they wanted you to think of them as barbarians and just animals. But they weren't. I think we gotta remember that whenever we are doing anything. If this is flashing for you, please be aware that sometimes when going fast it does look like it's flashing. So if you have seizures or things like that due to stuff like that, fast movements, try and be careful. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just close your eyes and listen as I talk if you like. But yeah, a lot of inventions, a lot of things we have, a lot of discoveries came from, people of color and women, but it was stolen oftentimes, by, well, man, usually white men. But the credit and all that stuff was stolen by them to hold others back. And I'm not saying white men inherently are bad. I'm just saying that the society that we have, patriarchal society, has been created specifically for them to succeed and to hold others back, so they don't have to compete on an even playing field. Because some of them, if they were put on an even playing field with these people, would not even be able to compete. So, it's just, instead of children, just try and do better and be better, they prefer to play on their, and don't get me wrong, they're just as much victims as the patriarchal society as everybody else is, because they've been told that they need to feel threatened by these people. They've been told they need to be threatened by women and people of color and everything else, and that it should, emasculate them. And that's not true. It's just what they've been told, and it's BS. Okay. How do we look? Yes. Okay, good. That part of the roof's done, so now we can get rid of this and this. We got purple, pink, gray, red, white, orange. Let's see. We go with blue and green. Alright, let's go over here, and let's finish this up, and get it done, if we can. Yeah, but I think it as a whole just holds a whole rollback as people. And that's usually put in place, these things are put in place by rich people who want power. Now, that's not saying every rich person is a bad person, because there are some really good ones out there who do what they can to try and make things equitable and fight for equality, and that's very important. Okay, what? Okay, that's right. So it can be, if we could get past this type of society and actually focus on an equitable society, we could move forward as a human race and evolve better, and we'd be so much further along on solving, curing diseases and just, curing more problems, getting rid of war, getting rid of things like famine, and all this. Those are the things we should be focusing on, not having to deal with and fight with. And make no mistake, our country, often invades, the U.S. often invades other countries just for their resources. Let's not lie. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not going to sit there and put my head in the sand and pretend it does not happen, because it does. Oops. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest about it. Because it needs to be honest about it. But until we change the society that we have into a better society that is equitable and gives everybody a fair playing field, okay? No matter color, creed, sex, sexuality, size, whether rich or poor. Which is another reason why it's so expensive. It is so expensive. For college and stuff, so the rich can keep being educated, as opposed to, the poor. Making it harder for the poor to get educated when you can keep them downtrodden, because they don't have a chance of becoming educated on certain things. But luckily we have things like libraries now and bookstores where you can get all kinds of books and stuff. It's my dog. Give me a second. Oh, let him in a second after I finish this flower. Okay. Give me one little second. Now I know some people are going to be like, well, if they didn't do something, they wouldn't have gotten in trouble. They just should have listened. But these are the same people who sit there and say, scream about their own rights, while at the same time being okay with someone else's rights being taken. And that is not okay. We have got to stand up for other people's rights, not just our own. Because if we don't stand up for other people's rights, and they're coming after them, eventually, at some point, they're going to come after you. Let's not lie and say they're not. Okay? Because they will. You know what I'm saying? We as society need to work together, and we as humans need to work together. Instead of just letting them run roughshod over us. And stuff. That reminds me, well, we'll go ahead and, let me see. We as a whole, as humanity, need to work together against this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Remember that everyone is a human being, first and foremost, and there are certain things that are just human rights, being having a roof over your head, having food in your belly, having medical access to proper medical care. These are all important. We can't just ignore them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can, but then you just look like a total, well, there's no nice way to put it, but a mule. Y'all know what that means. Okay, this one's... And we got to work together. If we're ever to evolve as humans, or we're ever to get to a place of peace and stuff, we have to work together. We can't, you know, just keep being and fighting over resource stuff when there's enough resources for everybody, to be honest. We just need to fish responsibly, hunt responsibly, just basically do all the things that we need to do responsibly. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of clean energy out there we can use. More people had solar paneling on their roofs and stuff. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So, let's see. Oops. So, we just need to work together. You know, that's all we can do. If we constantly are fighting against one another, because of the color of our skin, or because, you know, straight or not straight, trans or not trans, you know, eventually we just lose ourselves in that fight. And there shouldn't be a fight about this. There really shouldn't. But we're told by those with the most money and the most power, that's what we need to fight about, because if we're fighting each other, how can we fight them? A house divided cannot stand, as they say. Alright, let me see. This should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. that's enough for that. Let's talk about some fun stuff. But just remember, be kind to yourselves, your general selves, and also, remember other people are humans too. I'm not saying we can't hold people accountable when they hurt others. We should. But you can still care about them as humans. And want them to better themselves and better their lives. Okay, because then we become better that way as well. But anyway, on another note, hold on a sec. I was watching Markiplier the other day. I'm not name dropping, if that's what you're wondering. I'm just talking about something that he was telling everybody. Which was, let me see, pick a different color. Let's see. That one is what? Magenta? Pink's into purple. Yeah, he was talking about, the movie that's coming out that he and others made called Iron Lung. For those who don't know that game, it's a game. But he was talking about how it's coming. It's going to be in the UK and different places in the UK and stuff like that. I was like, man, I want to go. It sounds so much fun, Like it would be like a blast to do, to go see. Oops. Maybe not that one. Let me change this. Yeah, so, he was talking about that. There's also, some specially, popcorn buckets, apparently, that are made specifically for this. Which is, limited edition, I think. So, I think that's pretty cool, to be honest, that he does that, That's a big project. You have to stop and think, to be able to do that. He must have put a lot of work into that. I certainly hope it is very successful. So if y'all are in the UK and stuff, you might want to look up when it's coming out. I think he said Regal will be the one that has the buckets and stuff. So that would be cool. You know what I'm saying? That is something entirely, different. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it sounds pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? At least to me. I would like to go see it myself, to be honest. But I don't live anywhere near there. Maybe pink. which would be awesome to me. I would love to see it. He didn't mention he was going to be cutting his hair because it was long for Ireland, but to be honest, I'm going to be absolutely honest, I think he is absolutely gorgeous with long hair. I think he has absolutely beautiful long hair. I think he looks really good with it, to be honest. But that's just like my opinion, you know. And it says here, he's free to do what he wants with it, you know, whatever makes him comfortable is what's important. But I do love his long hair, I really do think it looks good on him. You know what I'm saying? I can't do some of the things he does, like he makes these voices. I need this mod voicing. He makes his own voices. Honestly, I don't know how he does that or manages to do that. I'm very impressed with that. Let's see, a few other people I watch that I like are Jacksepticeye, y'all should know who that is. And like Gas Smolders, she's his girlfriend, long-term partner. She's really funny and smart. Plays a lot of variety games. She's a streamer as well. Let's see what code I want to use. Yeah. So, I don't know if you've never heard of them. If you haven't, check them out. They're pretty big, you know. They got a pretty big following, but she always says one Christmas hog every Christmas, which I love Christmas hogs. Which basically is just a hog is just a hidden objects game, which I love. There's several games I would suggest playing if you like exploration games. For instance, like I would suggest Submerged and Submerged 2 as games that would be good to play. So it should be 8. And I'm just going to use it here. And I think that would be, also think, if you like retro games, I would suggest Caves. And if you like side-scrolling games, I suggest, Never Alone and Out of Line. They're also good side-scrolling games as well. And they do have a bit of a storyline to them, you know. So I think Out of Line could have done better with conveying the story, because it seemed a little confusing at times. But at the same time, it didn't give you a whole lot of information. I think if they had, you know, given you little things that you found over time that, like, told the lore of it, so that you understood what was happening a bit better. I thought it was 6, so I might. check those out. Also Cube, which is Quebe, and Cube 2 are good puzzle exploration games. For those who would like that. If you like hidden object games or hog games, Phantasmat are good ones if you like spooky ones. If you like something that's, like if you're into like fairy tales, I would go with Dark Parables, because they're like, fairy tales, but they're darker. So yeah, they tend to be a darker form of the fairy tales, like Briar Rose and Snow White and Cinderella and The Little Mermaid. So yeah, they are pretty much different. In different forms and stuff. Let's see. So, yeah, if you want one, I would suggest those. You know what I'm saying? There's also detective ones. This is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, not really. So those are some good games as well. You like survival games, you know, and building at the same time, I suggest Raft. That can be a good game to play as well. It's an older game, but it's still a good game. But yeah, it tends to be a good game. Also, if you like exploration in water, there's Subnautica and Subnautica Sub-Zero. Then there's this other game I played, Beyond the Blue, I think it's called, where you are in the ocean and you have to learn more about it, and you learn about the animals in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Wait. So those are definitely ones that are interesting. If you like puzzle games and exploring, I suggest Talos Principle and Talos Principle 2. Talos Principle 2 is a lot bigger and longer than Talos Principle. And with Talos Principle, instead of just being basically alone as a person, or where it is that you are, and Android. you actually come across people. Which is very interesting. Let's see. So you can find all kinds of interesting games. You can even find free games on Epic Games, and because they have games to give away every week, every Thursday they give away a free game. Oops. Let's see. So yeah, stop hitting that button. You can get free games there, or you can just type in free games in the store area. So find games that are free if you don't have a lot of money and you just want to get some games. Totally understandable. You can do that also on Steam as well. And if you do go on Steam, you can put games on your wish list like you can on Epic Games as well, and they'll let you know like when they are on sale. They can let you know when they're on sale and stuff. So yeah, you can find all kinds of free games. They have free games like Fall Guys if you like doing obstacle courses and stuff. You can even build your own obstacle courses on it. So those are some good games as well if you like. Now, as for me, I like different games. You can also find some horror games if you like. I suggest, because I know Poppy Playtime's popular, and I like it, and so is like Garden of Banban, but I do like the first chapter of let me think what the name of it is. Trying to think of what it's Park something. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember for the life of me the name of it right now, but I do like it. And I hope that they come out with a second chapter, because I would like to try the second chapter. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I'll think of it at some point in time. Alright, now we got 2 more rows left to do and then we'll be done with the roof altogether. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's see. Yes, I know y'all are limited than me. I get it. I get it. You don't want me to reach for the stars. You want to limit me. Shush. Shush, we're only 320 blocks. Hi. What's wrong with y'all? Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't remember the name of it. Brain. I'll remember it later. Once I actually see it, I suppose. Okay. I just don't remember the name of it. I hate when that happens. It'll be driving me crazy until I figure it out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It will drive me crazy, I'm telling you. Absolutely insane until I finally get the name of it. You ever have it where it's right in your brain, you know it's in your brain, but you can't get it to come forth, the information that you want? It's just like laughing at you that it's there. But I definitely want to be able to play the second chapter of it. I believe 6. 6 is definitely it. Oh, my same color next to one another, but we're on the last 2, and I want to get these done as soon as possible. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and we go up. Make sure it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that may be wrong. Oops. Okay, hold on. Let me go over here and see how much farther this is here. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. To have enough room, I have to go 3. And get rid of that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're gonna go with blue. And this is the last of the roof that we're doing. You know what, I'm going to use... Okay, and do 8. Let's see. We're gonna do this one. So what is everybody up to? Y'all tell me what y'all are doing. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what's been going on with y'all. So y'all got anything new going on, or is it just like the same old? Are there any movies or games coming out that you're interested in, or maybe some new book series that you're interested in having and owning? 1, 2, 3. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get it pink. Like blue. Yellow. And that. Let's see, what kind of questions can I ask y'all? I mean, y'all can ask me questions too, just don't make them too personal. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Do cyan, I think. Two more to go after this, and then we'll be done with the roof. Roof. The roof will be done. 1, 2. Let's see. Pink. Here's pink. Okay. Let's use some red. Ah. Okay. Stop hitting that button. Keep hitting the wrong button. Yeah, I want to make a realistic bathtub and sink, you know, and actually have water in it. Alright, one last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we will be done with this. We'll be done with this roof. This will be good. Because we've been working a long time on it. You know what I'm saying? And let's see. Oops, not that. Okay. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright. Last block, y'all. Last block for up here. Woo! We're done! Yay! Look at that. We are done. Check that out. We did that. Technically, I did it. But, is that not cool? Now we can go down here. And we'll end it for today, and we'll start working on finishing up on the walls. You know what I'm saying? We'll finish doing the walls. Alright, I need to feed my fishy, my kitties. Hold on. Let's see. There it is. We'll give y'all some mutton. Y'all eat. I gotta go over next to them so I can drop it next to them so they can reach it. Because they're sitting down. Gotta make sure they all get fed. Y'all eat. I'll come down and sit with y'all while y'all eat. I love y'all. I love y'all, kitties. It's a nice, warm, cozy place here. And we still got my Christmas tree up. I think it looks really good. I think it looks pretty. I don't know what y'all think. What do y'all think of the stained glass flowers and stuff? Do y'all like it? Do you not like it? You know, just tell me about it. Alright. Alright, now remember this, to be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself. You're not perfect, you're not going to be just trying to do better and be better. That's all you can do. And the one self-love act you can do for yourself today, put it down below. As for me, I'm going to listen to some good music because it is important to do so. I also need to upload a video and edit a video today. I will be uploading it, but I will be setting it to premiere for Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, Wednesday. The next Palia one. I've got to work on my hunting skills on Palia because, quite frankly, they are leaving something to be desired. Now, remember in my YouTube channel description is the link to my Discord. If you want to join, just remember to keep it PG, be polite, and respectful, okay? Ooh, if you got any funny memes that are respectful, you know, in PG, by all means, drop them. Alright? I will see you later, my cute girls. Bye-bye. Bye.